know there ain't no stopping us.
All right, I'm here with the Hype.EXE, and we're talking to Mark Dos Santos about his awesome work. Tell me a little about yourself, Mark.
Let's see, I'm a comic artist. I've been working since 2000. Been attending a lot of shows where I've been producing some Gotham Evening Post prints that have proven to be popular. Recently worked on a book with Steve Siegel, who has done work for Marvel and DC. Most famously, he did It's a Bird for DC, and for Marvel, he actually co-created Big Hero 6, and he's a part of Man of Action, who created Ben 10 for, what is it, Nickelodeon? Or
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network? Okay, Cartoon Network.
Well, that's amazing. So tell me a little bit about your process and how you make your art.
Well, for me, the toughest part is actually coming up with the idea. That's why I don't produce as much as I should, because for me to actually come up with what I'm going to put on paper takes me a little bit longer. I tend to overthink things, but once I get the idea, it moves along pretty quickly. I'll sketch something out, and once I'm happy with the layout, I will blow it up and lightbox it, and then what I tend to do is do a Copic marker tone render underneath, and then digital colors are applied over that.
That's awesome. And what would you say is your greatest challenge right now as an artist?
My greatest challenge right now is probably the lack of time that I seem to have. I have a whole bunch of projects and ideas that I would like to get to, but I have such a limited amount of time because I'm working on so many different things at once. Unfortunately, I have a tendency to not be able to say no, which it could be a good thing, but also a bad thing, especially when you have deadlines. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably my biggest challenge, is like just trying to keep all the work that I have. I don't know, just trying to keep track of it and getting it all done.
And what would you say has been the response from the community about your art?
It's been pretty good. People seem to really like what I've been producing, which is great. You know, it's when you're putting stuff out there, or even when you're at the table and you're working on something, you may like it, but sometimes you do stuff for yourself. Like I did a Rocketeer piece, which I know there's Rocketeer fans out there, but it's been so far out of people's viewpoint because the movie came out ages ago and there hadn't been a new book in a while. But I was a fan, so I'm like, well, I'm going to do this Rocketeer piece, and I ended up doing it, and it's been getting a good response. So that that makes me happy when something that I enjoy is enjoyed by others. I did it for myself, but apparently other people are also enjoying it.
That's great. And what advice would you have for any artists who are looking to stand out from the crowd and kind of make their own way?
My only advice is, if you're going to do something, do it because you enjoy it. Trying to cater to the audience becomes difficult because people's tastes are constantly changing. And I've found that the stuff that I enjoy doing is the stuff that people enjoy buying or looking at. So that's my thing. If you're going to do something, do it because you enjoy it, not because you feel you have to,
And so, do you have a favorite superhero of all of them?
You know what? It's a toss-up right now. I'm a big Batman fan, but I've grown in the past couple years to become a big Captain America fan. So it's a toss-up between the two of them.
Okay. Where can people find all of your work?
Well, like I said, I just had the book come out with Steve, which the name of the book, which I don't think I mentioned earlier, was Imperial. That came out through Image. I do have a website. It's daydreamsandgigglesstudios.com. You can find us there. You can also find us on Facebook under Daydreams and Giggles Studios. And that's actually for myself and my studio mate, Autumn Fredrickson, who also produces a bunch of awesome work, and we sometimes work together.
Okay, well, that's been really fun interviewing you and getting to know your art. That's all I got.